the darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is an excellent day to serve an excellent God in and with the spirit of excellence. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good midnight. Whatever your case may be, greetings. I am Coach Sherry, Chaplain Sherry. I am your community pastor, Sherry. And you have joined me. Oh, and wait a minute, lest I forget. You can put all of that together. And I am Sherry from the 800 block of Mooney Avenue. Good morning. I pray that all is well with you as you are joining me in this Friday episode of Make Up and Morning Messages with Sherry. Good morning, Joyce. So glad to see you today on this Friday, Joyce. How? So glad to see you. I pray that all is well with you. Listen, I woke up this morning with an oldie by the gospel soul children of New Orleans, Louisiana. Let me tell you, when they broke out with Genesis, the song about the creation, let me tell you, back in the day, good morning, Felicia. Back in the day when we heard the gospel music, I don't know why I keep saying the gospel music, but the gospel soul children of New Orleans, baby, it was nothing nice. But as I was doing my morning reading, y'all, let me tell y'all something. I get up about 4 o'clock. In the morning so that I can do all the things that I want to do before I get out of the door. And so one of the things that I do is my own reading, my own devotional. And sometimes what I bring to you is what I've gotten from that. And there's sometimes there's other things. But today, I was reading an affirmation that says, you are enough. You are enough. and I think that's a celebration right there, that you are enough. No matter what it looks like, you are enough. And so then, as they say, I went down my little rabbit hole. So I began to say, okay, well, where can I find this biblically? Where can I find this? And do you know, I had to go to the beginning, to the creation story, that tells us that God declared, after creating all of the things that God created, God said, and it was good. Now, I know we loosely use good for everything, right? We use good for everything. But the Hebrew writers, when they chose to use the word tov for good, it's interesting that they didn't use a word for perfection, that they did not use a word that meant perfect. They chose a word to mean good. Now, in our Western world, in our Western mind, we chase after perfection. We chase after perfection, and it's like a drug. It's like a high that you never get. But we spend a lot of time and effort to be perfect rather than good. I want you to follow this course right here. I want you to follow. And God saw that it was good. So what does this word good mean, based upon what the Hebrew writers would have meant? They were trying to convey to us. Now, might I suggest to us that using our 21st century eyes to approach the text, first, or primarily, can lead us in a wrong direction. Because there are times when the Hebrew word does not have a direct tie to the English word, or it conveys something different, right? And so to use our English lens or our Western world lens and impose it upon the text, rather than getting in the text and to see what's going on in the world of the text, pulling that out, and then come to some conclusions. Now that's something different that we'll be teaching in the Preacher's Academy. But what I'm trying to suggest this morning is, when the text says in Genesis, and God saw that it was good, God saw that it was pleasant, it was it had purpose, it was I can't get that word out. Purposeful, it was purposeful, and it was complete as is. I'll say that again. The Hebrew writers intimate that this word good is not giving off the idea of perfection, but it is giving out the idea that God saw that the creation was pleasant, it was purposeful, and it was complete as is. It was complete, and it is the end product meets the needs of the one who created it. That the end result, even humans, complete as is, and it will function as the creator intended. God said it was good. God says that this is something that I can use. This is something that will function as I created it. My friends, let's not chase after perfection. Perfection is illusion, and it's elusive and will keep us from doing. I like to say that perfection is a dream killer because we are always trying to get to perfection and we never will. So therefore, we don't complete the task. Therefore, we don't function as we should. Only the manufacturer can determine if the product or the creation is good. Only the manufacturer can inspect the product and determine if this product, if this creation, if this invention will do as it is intended. My friends, all I'm trying to say this morning is based upon the creation story and the words that the Hebrew writers told, to suggest that it is good, it is pleasant, it is purposeful, it is functional, and it, as God inspected the creation, God said, he's good. God says she's good. God says it's good. They are good. My friends, you're going to miss a whole lot of life trying to reach perfection. You're not going to write the book when you are trying to reach perfection. You're not going to start the business when you're trying to make sure that everything is together. Listen, one thing about Sherry from the 800 block of Moon Avenue, I will do something. I'm long past perfect, trying to make sure it's perfect, that I have all of my money, that I have all of the vision mapped out, that I have all of the tools. I will start it and let it do what it does and keep working with it until it becomes good. Until it becomes functional, until it becomes complete as is, so that I can go forth. Now, that doesn't work for many people. I just want to suggest, if you're waiting for perfection, you're not going to get there. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Natasha. So glad to see you this morning. Check out that introduction song this morning to Natasha. You may be a little too young for this particular song. Genesis by the gospel music, the gospel soul children of New Orleans. But there are various variations. Powerful, powerful, powerful. But this morning, I'm simply saying, don't use all your energy seeking to get to perfection. I tell y'all every morning when I go out of these doors, this makeup that I'm doing is good enough for me. That's why I say don't follow me for makeup tools and tips and all of that. Because what's good enough for me may not be good enough for you. Some days, like today, this eyebrow over here don't want to do what it needs to do. I'm going to work with it a little bit more, but it ain't going to tie me down this morning. We each have to get to that space that we can declare that something is good. So what? That the frosting that I do on my cakes don't always come out perfect. But the cake is still functional. The manufacturer of the end product has determined that it's good. Y'all better hear me this morning. You better hear me this morning. Good morning, Sylvia. I see you made it this morning. Good morning. Go back and read that story in Genesis. Go back and read the creation story. And read it with a different eye, a different lens. Remember, the whole idea of Sabbath, is to cease from working, to rest, to regroup. Not that the work is complete. Not that you finish all your tasks. But so that you can regroup with a sound mind, pick it up again, and keep going. That's why sometimes when we step away from something, we go and do something else, we are able to get back to the task. And when we get back to it, we have a clear, we've rested, we've had an opportunity to regroup, and we come back and that thing goes off without a hitch. So today, what am I asking us to do? Assess your creation. Assess your product. And you determine if it's good enough. You determine if it is functional, if it is complete as is, and will it complete the purpose for which it is created. Now y'all can see these eyebrows ain't doing what they need to do today. Let's see if I can work with this one over here just a tad bit more. I ain't trying to get perfect, but I don't want to look stupid either. Listen. Y'all be blessed and have a good day. May all be well with your day.